So if you're a beginner in day trading, and by beginner I mean you've been trading maybe a year and a half or less, if you think you're about to trade with prop firms, you might be whack, okay? And this is probably why. It has very little to do with the strategy, by the way. So quick context so you know that I'm legit. I trade, I pass challenges. In fact, I passed my first one with a 100% win rate in under 2 weeks. And, I see a lot of people fail them, and I try to help them pass them, okay? But this video, it's not going to be a rant. It's more of an explanation to try and make you realize whether or not you're going to be ready for prop firm challenges before you get stuck in a more advanced form of gambling, okay? So by the end, you'll know, and if prop firms, I think, will make sense for you, okay? So here's where I think a lot of beginner traders are going to get wrong about day trading, okay? Is they treat the prop firms like they are learning accounts. And to an extent, this can be true sometimes, okay? So it's going to feel safer to you than actual personal money. So if you have a $100,000 trading account and you lose that, that is a lot of money. And if you're a beginner and you got that much, I want to know what you're doing to get that much in the first place. You probably shouldn't even be day trading, to be honest, all right? So the rules themselves, they're going to feel protective, and that does make sense within the context of prop firms, okay? So I see this constantly, that new traders, they jump straight in before their consistency even formulates or even exists whatsoever. If you want consistency in your life, learn a new language or go to the gym, and I can guarantee you those things are far easier than day trading, let alone trying to pass a prop firm challenge, okay? But they shouldn't be used for learning. They can teach you potentially what you're doing wrong, okay? They're there for execution. They should be a supplementary tool to help your day trading profits if you have everything else done, okay? So if you think you've got this down, my next point is that most failures themselves look identical. And I get people that message me almost every single day, like 80-90% of you all somehow have the same problems. I'm trying to help you fix those problems, okay? By the way, if you do need help, I have a free day trading newsletter in the comment section down below. It's going to be free forever, and just drop your email. You got nothing to lose by reaching out, okay? But the pattern recognition itself, okay? So you get the same day trader with a new account, okay? You have all the same rules, you have all the same outcomes. I trade with prop firms too, so I kind of know what to expect. Unless they change the rules overnight, which be ready for that kind of shit too. This world is kind of wild, to be honest, but there's always like a slightly different excuse. I got a guy who emailed me and said that his wife was nagging him, and he wasn't sure if his wife was going to leave him because of prop firm challenges. If that's the kind of situation you're in, man, then I don't know what to do as far as to save your marriage or anything, but you should probably just stop fucking day trading, at least in the short term, okay? But that was probably the most wild story I think I've heard so far, okay? But, I helped a guy recently, and I just reviewed a few of his attempts, okay? They were in different months, okay? But he had the same kind of behavior while he was under pressure with the prop firms, okay? And you're not alone in this. This is extremely common. So where I thought that maybe it helped click, not only for this person, but quite a handful of people who I recently coached, okay? The rules themselves, they don't actually cause failure. They're there to expose it, okay? So if you have like tight daily loss limits or like very fixed profit targets that you need to reach, like 8% or 10% in a trading challenge, you have very little room to make emotional mistakes, okay? So the small errors that you create, they're going to become magnified. And this is especially true when you start doing it way earlier on. And if you hit your max daily loss, you know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? And it's really not bad luck either. It has very little to do. The markets in the world's not out to get you, okay? So should beginners avoid prop firm challenges completely? Well, we have to humble ourselves and ask what exactly is a beginner. And I mostly just kind of have to let you decide that, because when it comes down to it, you're the one who has to pull the trigger and make these kinds of financial decisions. I'm just here to guide you and help you find out what might be a better financial decision for you to make, okay? So who I think it is actually for. Like I said, they reward consistency, not potential or brilliance, okay? So if you have like proven risk control, it's very boring repeatable execution. That's why I'm saying if you want to find out a way to automate this stuff, and I'm starting to use new ways to do that with AI, if that's something that interests you too, check out my newsletter. I definitely got some new stuff that's going to be able to help you guys out, okay? But you reach comfort just by doing nothing. Zero need to make it back. There's no revenge trading, okay? And prop firms themselves, they shouldn't be step one. They shouldn't even be step 2 or 3. Figure out how to use TradingView, like actually how to read it. That should be at least like bare minimum, okay? And you'd be surprised like how few people, man, TradingView just got an update and I had to figure out how to log back in to my broker, okay? But failing itself, it doesn't mean that you're bad. It means, you know, the timing was off a little bit. So here's what I would personally do instead, okay? So you need to earn the right in order to trade prop firm capital, okay? So just trade a small personal account and just track rule following and not P&L, you know, percentage growth and, you know, are you trading in news? Are you revenge trading, okay? Remove the profit targets temporarily. I still mostly just trade without the profit targets up there because those will affect you, even like the most seasoned trader mentally, okay? Just focus on making good trades consistently, okay? Or max loss discipline as well, okay? So the consistency, it's going to come first. The scaling is going to come down later. If you can't get consistency right, you're just advancing yourself more quickly into gambling, and that's a hard pit to get out of, okay? So can you pass the rules without pressure? You got to ask yourself that question, okay? But, you know, if this did help, go ahead and like the video, okay? It's showing YouTube that it makes sense. It does help me out, and it helps get the word out a little bit more too, okay? But if you really want real structure, go ahead and check out the newsletter. I promise I'm not going to spam you guys. I don't like being spammed, so once a week maximum, unless there's something really important going on. But as of yet, it's just once a week, okay? So just free trading market insights, and if you're serious about getting better, the link's below. But, you know, prop firms themselves, they don't really fail you. They kind of just show you the gap that you might have been stuck in. You need to focus on trying to close that new gap and then just come back stronger. And man, is that going to be a sweet feeling to have once you get there.